Hi guys, this is the first round of the Game Replays Championship Invitational with FNR versus PAO. Some interesting picks we have for FNR: Pharaoh, Vindicator, Wretched Hag, Magebane and Valkyrie. Blacksmith, for PAO we have Blacksmith, Corrupted Disciple, Thunderbringer, Soulstealer and Plague Rider. The bans in this order, starting with FNR, was Deadwood, Shaman, Hellbringer, Puppet, Forsaken Archer and Sandwraith. What do you think of these picks, Shadow?
Well, yeah, I'm interested to see Thunderbringer being played with Soulstealer also on their team. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work out for them, but I don't know. What do you think, Caution?
Yeah, the main point right there was two solo heroes. Whichever one's going to go on a side lane, because I don't think any of them are capable of jungling on that team. Whichever one's going to go on the side lane is going to get screwed over, basically, and they're not going to be as effective as they should be. I suspect that Thunderbringer is going to have to go side lane, though, which isn't so good.
Yeah, guys, I forgot to mention we do have a guest today. This is Caution, who I believe used to play for FNR, am I right?
Not really, almost at some point, but decided to make my own team instead and take Barbara with me.
Alright, well, here we go. 3, 2, 1, start. So he's got the slowest computer. Corrupted Disciple.
Who do you reckon is going to take this one, guys? What do you think?
Well, I quite like FNR's team. It's heavy ganking. Got, if you count Pharaoh's ultimate, it's got 4 Blink heroes. Valkyrie's Leap, Magebane's Blink, Pharaoh's ultimate, Wretched Hag's Blink, and then also Vindicator can just sit back in silence to create a massive disruption. Oh, there's a bit of a glitch there on Wretched Hag. Not sure what that was. But also Power's team is very strong with some good movement. Heroes in there with Soulstealer if he does get like a portal key. Corrupted Disciple's very fast. Blacksmith is slow. Plague Rider's ultimate is just devastating. So it's anyone's game really. Can't tell at this point.
It's going to be interesting to see who they do pick to solo mid out of Thunder and Soulstealer.
Looks to be Soulstealer.
Yeah, I was going to say Soulstealer to get sort of some early damage, maybe brink off, use his ulti on some people, get some banking going. But Thunderbringer and Blacksmith top are going to be against Pharaoh and Valkyrie, or no, Pharaoh's going to go mid.
It's actually pretty interesting with Blacksmith's Flaming Hammer could amplify Thunderbringer's damage.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see how it works out for them. But Pharaoh not solo in mid and letting Wretched Hag go.
That's interesting in itself. Might have some pro tactic going on. What do you think of that, Caution?
A little bit more off topic, so something for the viewers to notice now. If you notice that FNR have taken their Wind Courier straight down to bottom lane, ready to scout through the little wood area. If POL puts the Observer Ward in the forest, the extra sight from the Wind Courier allows them to sentry and deal with it rather than being unable to due to lack of sight. But that's something that most of the top teams are starting to do now, to get rid of that ward for the bottom lane to pull, or top lane.
Yeah, so that's quite a good tactic, even though I think the ward placement from Pow was a bit off there, because it was just sitting in the middle of the spawn, so it could have been seen without the courier. Anyway, we've got some early damage going down at Pharaoh top, and I'll run through the lanes. We have Vindicator and Magebane against Corrupted Disciple and Plague Rider bottom. As we've said, Wretched Hag versus Soulstealer mid, and top lane, Blacksmith and Thunderbringer versus Valkyrie and Pharaoh. Valkyrie just missing the arrow there top, hitting a Warlock instead. Could have done some early damage. It's a bit unfortunate.
I don't think this is going to be too fun for Valkyrie or Pharaoh with Blacksmith and Thunderbringer's nukes, of their stun and their nuke. It's not going to be pretty.
I think their only hope is for Valkyrie to just constantly harass, which is what they're doing now, keeping them off the creeps, allowing Pharaoh to get some last hits, because he doesn't have a Logger's Hatchet. He might do later date in the lane, we don't know. There's some movement at bottom lane. Corrupted Disciple seen Vindicator.
Creeps, I can get him one of those cheeky creep kill with his Electric Tide, but
Pharaoh they killed the neutral creeps at top. That's got to be unfortunate, just denying themselves the bloodlust.
It's a nice play, but you know, you never want to die this early on. It's not going to affect him too much, though, I don't think.
Well, I think the idea at the top lane is just to stop people getting farmed. Valkyrie and Pharaoh just getting like almost nothing by the looks of it.
Pharaoh with only... Well, Pharaoh's got 138 gold per minute, but not as much as you'd like to be getting. And most of those last hits, I think, have been with his Tormented Soul. I think once Thunderbringer and Blacksmith hit level 3 or level 5, they're going to start doing quite a lot of damage. And the stun go down on Valkyrie, taking a lot of damage already. It's ridiculous.
Blacksmith could just slow. Might have been a kill. I think Wretched Hag is definitely getting the better of Soulstealer mid. Soulstealer taking hefty damage and not getting much farm.
He's going to be using that Winged Warrior to whore out his bottle to the fountain. But Wretched Hag putting some damage down on him, getting a little bit too close to the tower, taking too much damage himself, I think. So what do you think of this early stage caution?
I'm very interested to see this top lane, to be honest. It seems like the most action-intensive lane here.
Yeah, Valkyrie did just miss an arrow coming for split the Blacksmith Thunderbringer apart.
I can see where they're coming from with Thunderbringer and Blacksmith, but with Valkyrie's harass, it's not really doing much at all. And obviously, with FNR, Pharaoh being a decent last hitter, to say the least, and Valkyrie missing another arrow.
So having a very tough time with him.
3 in a row.
The main problem with this top lane is that with those rockets going into these in-heroes, Thunderbringer being particularly squishy out of the two, and Valkyrie's constant harass, they're not really able to do too much because they have a huge lack of mana early game. I mean, a mana battery isn't going to really sustain Thunderbringer for too long, and Blacksmith down to his last clarity.
Definitely, maybe if he could use that clarity on Thunderbringer and try and pick one of them off as they you've got the level 3 abilities. But I'm not quite sure if Thunderbringer will just get insted by Pharaoh.
Yeah, Thunderbringer's playing it quite risky here. Ooh. If Valkyrie did land that.
Did she?
I said if she did, that would have been Thunderbringer down, but Valkyrie's had a tough time. Blacksmith Thunderbringer been on the ball, and Thunderbringer's decided to do the smart thing and go back.
Some more creep pulling by Vindicator. I think PAO have just, or PAO have just decided to ignore this and not put any more runes down, wards down. Get my words twisted there.
Yeah, well, I think the idea is here to let Magebane try and get some early XP advantage, maybe some farm by himself, while Vindicator just creep pulls like constantly and keeps the creeps by the tower so Magebane can farm.
Especially with Corrupted Disciple and Plague Rider. Plague Rider's nuke, strong early game, and obviously Corrupted Disciple's Electric Tide, strong early game. Thunderbringer already being forced to go back, going to come back up to the lane. And Blacksmith on under half health. It's not really playing out for them.
Ooh, Wretched Hag getting in this room, that's going to help him. But it doesn't have much health or mana at this point, so can't really do much.
It really sucks if you get that Invis rune and you bottle it thinking, oh yes, and then you realise you haven't got any mana or health and need to use it to get to the bottle.
Yeah, he's had to just throw it away so he can get some charges from his bottle. I'm interested to see when Wretched Hag, maybe when she reaches level 6, going to go gank. But I think maybe ganking the top lane would be the best choice. Oh, nearly dying herself there to Soulstealer's nukes.
Taking a lot of damage there, but I think going back would probably be the best option for Wretched Hag now. Or is she going to bottle whore, yeah. But I can't see getting much XP here. She's got to be so careful with Soulstealer's long range nukes.
She did